The 7-day plan focuses on a realistic body reset because most people struggling with weight are not dealing with fat alone. They are dealing with bloating, water retention, irregular eating patterns, and a metabolism that is slowed down due to stress, inconsistent sleep, and constant snacking. When you start this plan, the first thing your body needs is not an extreme diet, but a gentle correction. A soft push that tells your system to wake up and start functioning the way it's meant to. That is why the plan begins with light mornings, balanced lunches, and lighter dinners, because this pattern supports how your body naturally wants to burn energy. When you start your day with something heavy, sugary, or oily, your body uses all its energy on digestion. But when you start light, your digestive system gets the chance to fully wake up without being overloaded. A light start signals your metabolism to rise slowly and steadily instead of crashing early. It helps balance blood sugar, reduces cravings, and puts your body in a calm, controlled state rather than a stressed, chaotic one. When the first meal of the day is simple, like fruit, a handful of nuts, or a protein shake, it keeps your stomach satisfied while still allowing your body to tap into stored fat for energy. This alone can make a huge difference in the first 2 days because most people don't realize how much unnecessary morning heaviness affects their energy, mood, and weight. As the day moves forward, your body needs real nourishment, which is where balanced lunches come in. A balanced lunch contains lean protein, vegetables, and a controlled portion of carbs. This combination keeps you full without making you sluggish. Protein repairs tissues, boosts metabolism, and controls hunger. Vegetables add fiber, reduce bloating, and help your gut work smoothly. Carbs provide energy, but because they're controlled, they don't get stored as fat. People who skip carbs entirely often end up feeling tired, irritated, or experience strong cravings later. But when carbs are included in the right amount, your metabolism stays active and steady. This balance is important because the body is naturally most active during midday and can handle proper meals better. A healthy lunch fuels afternoon energy, supports better focus, and reduces the desire for evening overeating, which is one of the biggest causes of weight gain. The final part of the reset is keeping dinner light. The reason dinner should be light is simple. Digestion slows down in the evening. Your metabolism is preparing for rest, not heavy work. When you eat a big dinner, especially late at night, the food sits in your stomach longer, causing bloating, poor sleep, and early morning heaviness. Heavy dinners also lead to more calorie storage because your body is not burning much energy while you sleep. But when your final meal is simple, like soup, grilled vegetables, or a small portion of protein, your body feels lighter, sleeps better, and burns fat more efficiently overnight. Many people notice the biggest change in belly fat simply by reducing the heaviness of their last meal. This light dinner approach also balances hormones like insulin and cortisol, which are strongly linked to fat storage. When those hormones stay in check, your body feels less stressed, digestion improves, and fat burning increases naturally. The whole idea of this reset is based on working with your body's natural rhythm instead of forcing it into extremes. When you eat light in the morning, balanced in the afternoon, and light again at night, you create a steady flow of energy. This pattern keeps your metabolism active without overwhelming your digestive system. It also reduces the sudden spikes and crashes that lead to emotional eating or uncontrollable cravings. Because the meals are clean but not restrictive, your body never feels deprived. And when your body doesn't feel deprived, it becomes easier to stay consistent for 7 straight days. This reset also trains your body to use stored fat more efficiently. When mornings are light, your body isn't immediately fed with heavy calories, so it gently starts burning fat for energy. When lunch is balanced, your blood sugar stays stable, preventing the mid-afternoon slump that usually pushes people toward unhealthy snacks. When dinner is light, your body can rest, recover, and burn fat overnight instead of struggling with digestion. Another important part of this reset is how the food pattern affects digestion. A lot of weight issues don't come from fat, but from slow digestion, inflammation, and water retention. When the stomach is constantly overloaded, it becomes inflamed, and everything slows down. By giving your gut a pattern of easy starts and gentle finishes, inflammation decreases. Your body releases excess water, your stomach looks flatter, and you feel lighter. This is why many people notice visible changes in their waist within the first few days, even before losing actual fat. The plan is designed to remove the burden on your digestive system so it can function properly. When digestion is smooth, everything improves: sleep, mood, metabolism, and energy. Another part of the reset is psychological. Most people begin diets feeling stressed, pressured, and overwhelmed. But when the plan starts gently with simple choices and light meals, the mind doesn't feel threatened. There's no fear of starvation or complicated cooking. Instead, you feel in control. You tell yourself, "I can do this." That mindset is one of the biggest factors behind weight loss success. When you feel stressed, the body holds on to fat. But when you feel calm and supported by what you're eating, the body lets go more easily. The 7-day reset is built around supporting your mental state as much as your physical body. One more reason this structured pattern works is because it reduces decision fatigue. Instead of worrying about what to eat every few hours, you follow a simple rhythm: light morning, balanced lunch, light dinner. Once your mind understands the routine, you stop thinking about food all day long. And when food stops controlling your mind, you gain the mental space to focus on your goals, your movement, and your progress. A clear routine also stops late-night overeating, which is one of the biggest reasons people gain weight. When you eat light and stop eating early, you wake up with less bloating and more energy. This creates a cycle of motivation where you feel good in the morning and want to keep going. This 7-day reset is not meant to be a punishment or a strict diet. It is a way of gently repairing your relationship with food and helping your metabolism return to its natural rhythm. It uses timing, portion control, and smart food selection to help you lose weight without feeling hungry or stressed. By giving your body lighter starts, balanced afternoons, and gentle evenings, you're teaching it to burn fat naturally, reduce unnecessary cravings, and rebuild internal balance. This rhythm becomes easier each day because your body starts responding positively: better digestion, clearer skin, lighter stomach, fewer cravings, improved sleep, and more stable energy. This is the foundation of the entire 7-day plan, a simple, sustainable eating pattern that resets your system and prepares your body for long-term fat loss in a calm, healthy, and natural way.
Daily movement is one of the most powerful parts of this 7-day plan because it teaches your body how to burn fat consistently without overwhelming your energy or stressing your system. So many people believe that weight loss requires long, exhausting gym sessions, heavy lifting, or intense cardio. But the truth is that the body responds far better to consistency than to shock. A simple, manageable routine, walking, stair climbing, or a short home workout, can activate fat-burning pathways, boost metabolism, and improve digestion far more effectively than occasional hard workouts. When you move your body a little bit every single day, you create a rhythm that your metabolism can rely on. That steady rhythm is what teaches your body to burn fat not just during exercise, but throughout the day, even while you're resting. Most people fail at weight loss because they start too hard, too fast. They push themselves into a routine that is too intense to maintain, and within a few days, they feel exhausted, sore, or mentally drained. When that happens, motivation drops quickly. But the beauty of this plan is that it does not ask you to go to war with your body. Instead, it encourages movement that feels natural, gentle, and sustainable. Walking is something everyone can do. It places minimal stress on the joints, helps improve circulation, and raises the heart rate just enough to start burning calories. Even a slow walk can begin the fat-burning process, and a slightly faster walk can double the results. When you walk every day for a week, your body stays in a regular rhythm of movement. This rhythm improves insulin sensitivity, reduces sugary cravings, and lowers inflammation, 3 things that directly impact fat loss. Stair climbing is another simple but incredibly effective form of movement in this 7-day plan. A stair workout works multiple muscle groups at the same time: legs, glutes, calves, and even the core, without requiring any equipment or special training. The heart rate rises quickly when climbing stairs, which means the body burns more calories in a short period of time. Even a few minutes of stair climbing a day can increase your overall strength and endurance. Because stairs require the body to work against gravity, they build muscle tone and increase metabolism. The stronger your muscles become, the more fat you burn, even at rest. Daily stair climbing, even in small bursts, builds momentum and helps you feel stronger, more energized, and more capable. For people who prefer variety, short home workouts are another powerful option in this 7-day plan. A home workout does not have to be complicated. Even simple movements like squats, knee raises, planks, or gentle cardio routines can activate every major muscle group. The point is not to push yourself to the point of burnout, but to engage the body in a way that feels doable and energizing. When you complete a home workout, even a 10-minute one, you build confidence, you feel accomplished, and that sense of accomplishment is incredibly important for staying consistent throughout the week. These small wins create positive momentum. They build discipline without overwhelming your mind. Movement also affects how the body handles food. When you move daily, your digestion improves. Food is processed more smoothly, bloating reduces, and your metabolism becomes more efficient. Even a short walk after meals can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes, which means fewer cravings, better energy, and more stable mood. When your blood sugar stays stable, your body is far less likely to store calories as fat. This is why consistent light movement is often more effective than long, irregular workouts. The goal is to help your body use its fuel efficiently instead of storing it. Another important thing about daily movement is that it improves your mental state. Exercise releases endorphins, chemicals that make you feel better, calmer, and more in control. When your mood improves, your cravings naturally decrease. You feel less stressed, and stress is one of the biggest reasons people overeat or choose unhealthy foods. A calm mind makes better decisions, and when you feel good emotionally, it becomes easier to choose healthier meals, drink more water, and stay committed to your goals. Even a simple walk outdoors can clear your mind, refresh your mood, and reduce emotional eating. Daily movement also helps improve sleep quality, which is crucial for weight loss. When you move during the day, your body rests better at night. Good sleep helps regulate hormones like cortisol and ghrelin, hormones that control stress and hunger. When these hormones are balanced, your metabolism works more smoothly and your cravings stay under control. A rested body burns fat easily. A tired body holds on to fat. This is why consistent daily movement creates a positive cycle. You move, you sleep better, and you wake up with more energy to move again. Another reason simple movement works so well is because it removes the pressure of perfection. You don't need to follow a complicated workout routine. You don't need to buy equipment. You don't need a gym membership. All you need is your body and a few minutes each day. When exercise becomes easy to start, it becomes easy to continue. And when you continue for 7 days straight, your body adapts and starts craving movement naturally. Daily movement also stimulates the lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing waste and toxins from the body. Unlike the heart, the lymphatic system does not have a pump. It only works when your body moves. This means walking, stretching, or light exercise helps detoxify your body naturally. When toxins leave the body, bloating reduces, inflammation decreases, digestion improves, and the skin becomes clearer. All these changes accelerate weight loss and help you feel better overall. The simplicity of this approach is the secret to its power. Instead of relying on motivation, which comes and goes, this plan builds routine. A routine is far stronger than motivation because it becomes automatic. When moving daily becomes a habit, your body begins to expect it. Your metabolism speeds up, your muscles stay active, and your energy levels improve. You become more aware of your body, more mindful of your food choices, and more connected to your health. These small shifts create big results over time. Another benefit of this daily movement approach is that it adapts to your fitness level. If you're a beginner, a slow walk or gentle stretches are enough. If you have more experience, you can walk faster, climb more stairs, or do more challenging home workouts. The plan grows with you instead of overwhelming you. And because the focus is on daily consistency, even small improvements bring progress. Every extra minute you walk, every additional step you take, every time you choose movement instead of sitting, your body responds by burning more calories and building more strength. As the week progresses, daily movement becomes easier. Your breathing improves, your legs feel stronger, and your energy rises. You'll notice that your body feels lighter, your digestion gets smoother, and your mood stays more stable. All these changes motivate you to continue. And because the movement is simple and flexible, your body does not feel punished or exhausted. It feels supported. When the body feels supported, weight loss becomes much easier. The true purpose of this part of the plan is to show you that weight loss does not come from overworking the body, but from working with the body. A little movement every day teaches your system how to function efficiently. It reminds your metabolism to stay active. It supports digestion, hormones, mood, and sleep. It builds confidence, discipline, and positive momentum. In just 7 days, these small, simple movements can reshape not only your body, but also your mindset, proving that consistency, not intensity, is the real key to lasting weight loss.
Water intake, good sleep, and managing cravings are 3 pillars that quietly control almost every part of the weight loss process, often more than food and exercise themselves. Most people focus only on diet and workouts, but they forget that the body cannot burn fat effectively if it is dehydrated, tired, or constantly craving sugar and unhealthy foods. These 3 areas affect your hormones, your digestion, your energy, and even your mindset. When they are balanced, weight loss begins to feel natural and almost effortless. When they are ignored, weight loss becomes a struggle no matter how much you diet or exercise. That's why this 7-day plan puts such a strong emphasis on fixing these foundations, because once these 3 things fall into place, the body automatically shifts into a healthier, more fat-burning state without forcing or stressing it. Water is the simplest and most underrated fat-burning tool. Your body is made up mostly of water, and every function that helps you lose weight, digestion, metabolism, circulation, energy production, depends on proper hydration. When you don't drink enough water, your body holds on to whatever it has, causing bloating, swelling, and puffiness. Many people mistake this water retention for fat gain and feel discouraged, but the moment you begin drinking enough water throughout the day, your body stops holding on to excess fluid and begins flushing out toxins, sodium, and waste. This alone can reduce your weight noticeably in the first few days. Water also plays a huge role in appetite control. Dehydration often feels like hunger. You think you're craving food, but your body is actually just asking for water. The moment you drink a glass, the craving disappears. This is why drinking water before meals helps reduce overeating, and why staying hydrated keeps your energy stable throughout the day. Water also boosts your metabolism significantly. Your body needs water to burn fat, and when you're dehydrated, your metabolic rate slows down. By drinking water regularly, you help your system burn calories more efficiently. Even your digestive system relies on water to break down food, move nutrients through the body, and keep your gut functioning well.
A well-hydrated gut reduces constipation, bloating, and indigestion, three problems that often make people feel heavier than they are. By consistently drinking 2 to 3 liters of water a day, spread over morning, afternoon, and evening, you give your body the support it needs to work smoothly. You don't need any magic drinks or detox juices. Water alone is the most natural detox your body has, and it's free, simple, and incredibly effective. Along with water, sleep plays a major role in weight loss and is often the missing piece in most people's routines. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol levels trigger hunger, cravings, and fat storage, especially around the belly. Poor sleep also affects leptin and ghrelin, the two hormones that control hunger and fullness. When you sleep less, ghrelin rises and makes you feel hungrier, while leptin drops and prevents you from feeling satisfied even after eating. This becomes a dangerous combination: more hunger, less satisfaction, and more cravings. That is why people often crave sugary or fatty foods when they're tired. The body is looking for quick energy because it didn't recharge properly overnight. Good sleep restores hormonal balance. When you sleep well, your metabolism resets, your hunger hormones stabilize, and your cravings naturally reduce. The body uses sleep to repair muscles, process nutrients, regulate mood, and improve digestion. Poor sleep slows down all these functions. In a 7-day weight loss plan, even one night of poor sleep can affect your motivation the next day, making you crave junk food, skip movement, and feel less energetic. But when you prioritize sleep, 7 hours or more, your morning feels lighter, your mind feels calmer, and you find it easier to stay committed. Sleep also directly affects fat burning. A rested body burns calories more efficiently, while a tired body holds on to fat. By improving your sleep for even a week, you can dramatically change how your body responds to your meals and movement. Cravings are another huge factor that secretly controls your weight. Most people think cravings are purely physical, but they are often emotional, psychological, or hormonal. When you feel stressed, bored, or tired, cravings increase automatically. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, cravings return again. When you haven't slept well, cravings are even stronger, and when you are dehydrated, cravings appear disguised as hunger. Cravings happen for many reasons, but the good news is that they can be managed without feeling deprived. The first step is recognizing that cravings are temporary. They don't last long. They pass if you don't feed them immediately. Drinking a glass of water when a craving hits eliminates it within minutes. If the craving remains, choosing healthier alternatives like fruits, nuts, yogurt, or a piece of dark chocolate satisfies your mind without damaging your progress. The secret is not to fight cravings aggressively, but to understand them. When you tell yourself, "I can never eat this," your brain becomes more obsessed with the food. But when you give your body healthier options and allow small, controlled treats, your cravings naturally decrease instead of getting stronger. In a 7-day plan, cravings are the highest in the first 3 days because the body is adjusting. Once your water intake improves, once your meals stabilize, and once you sleep better, cravings start dropping dramatically. By day 4 and day 5, you'll notice that your desire for junk food becomes much weaker. Your hunger becomes more genuine and less emotional. You start craving real food instead of sugary snacks. This shift happens because your body begins healing from within. Stable hydration keeps your blood sugar steady. Good sleep reduces stress hormones. Clean eating keeps your stomach satisfied. All these changes reduce the emotional triggers that cause cravings in the first place. Another important part of controlling cravings is understanding your eating rhythm. When you skip meals or eat irregularly, your blood sugar becomes unstable. This triggers your brain to crave quick sources of energy, usually sugary or processed foods. But when you eat balanced meals at the right times, your body feels nourished and stable. Your hunger signals become normal and your cravings reduce. Eating mindfully also helps. When you eat slowly, enjoying each bite, your brain gets the time to register fullness. Most cravings happen when you eat too fast and your brain doesn't catch up.
All three pillars, water, sleep, and cravings, are deeply connected. When you hydrate well, your digestion improves, your energy stays stable, and your cravings reduce. When you sleep well, your hunger hormones balance out, your metabolism resets, and your emotional cravings drop. When cravings are under control, you make better food choices, avoid overeating, and stay consistent. Together, these three factors create the perfect foundation for fat loss. They make the rest of the plan easier and more effective because your body finally starts working with you instead of fighting against you. During this 7-day plan, you will notice that when you hydrate well, sleep properly, and keep cravings under control, everything else becomes smoother. You feel lighter, your stomach feels calmer, your mood feels more positive, and your motivation feels stronger. Fat loss becomes a natural response to a balanced internal system rather than a battle of willpower. When your body is hydrated, rested, and free from constant cravings, it becomes much easier to eat clean, move daily, and stay committed. These three pillars quietly support your transformation from the inside out, helping you build a healthier, lighter, and more energized version of yourself.
The real transformation in any weight loss journey doesn't start with food or exercise. It starts with the mindset you choose before you even take your first step. When you decide to commit to 7 days of small, consistent actions, something powerful begins to shift inside you. It's like your brain finally gets a signal that you're serious this time, that you're not just thinking about changing your body, you're actually ready to show up for yourself in a way that is simple, doable, and not overwhelming. Most people fail not because the plan is bad, but because they try to overhaul their entire life in one day, and that pressure eventually makes them quit. But when you commit to a short, realistic plan like 7 days, your brain doesn't panic. It doesn't feel threatened. It feels like, yeah, I can do this. And that belief alone becomes one of the strongest tools in your journey. Once you take that first small step, you build momentum. And once momentum kicks in, even tiny efforts start to feel meaningful and satisfying. One of the biggest mindset wins in a 7-day plan is that it breaks the mental loop of "I'll start tomorrow." For so long, we get caught in this thinking where we want big results, but we delay taking small actions. But when you give yourself just 7 days, you switch from waiting mode into action mode. And what's incredible is that as soon as your brain sees progress, even if it's tiny, it begins to crave more progress. This craving is not the same as craving junk food or sugar. This craving is emotional, psychological, and deeply linked to your confidence. When you start feeling lighter, when you notice a little difference in your stomach, when your energy becomes a bit more stable, when your skin looks fresher because you're hydrated, something inside you says, "This is working." That moment is powerful because it flips your motivation switch from external to internal. Another important thing is that when you take consistent actions for just 1 week, your body starts responding in ways that you can actually feel. Maybe you're not losing a massive amount of weight in 7 days, but you start noticing less bloating, your digestion gets better, your cravings reduce, and you feel more in control. All of these are signs that your metabolism is waking up again, and when your metabolism wakes up, your motivation naturally strengthens. Most people don't realize how deeply connected their mind and their metabolism are. When you feel tired, when you feel heavy, when you feel slow after eating junk food, your mind becomes negative and unmotivated. But when you feel light, digestively clean, and hydrated, your mind becomes sharper and more positive. 7 days of simple consistency reawakens this connection. Your brain starts trusting your body again, and your body starts trusting your decisions again. Another mindset shift that happens during these 7 days is the feeling of discipline. Not the harsh, punishing kind of discipline that makes you feel guilty, but the gentle kind where you feel proud that you made good choices. Discipline doesn't mean strict diets or intense workouts. It simply means making slightly better decisions than yesterday. It means choosing water over soda, choosing a home meal over fast food, choosing a 10-minute walk instead of scrolling on your phone. When you do these small things, your brain registers these actions as wins. Every small win builds a little bit of self-respect, and the more self-respect you build, the more you naturally want to continue doing things that support your progress. It's not about forcing yourself, it's about guiding yourself. As the days go by, something else shifts. Your relationship with food starts to change. Instead of eating out of boredom, you begin eating out of intention. Instead of eating whatever's in front of you, you become more aware of what your body actually needs. Instead of craving sugary snacks, your cravings gradually shift toward lighter, fresher foods because your body adapts to this new pattern. This is not magic, it's biology. Your taste buds start adjusting, your gut bacteria begin to balance, and your blood sugar becomes more stable. When your body feels balanced, your mind feels in control. That feeling of control is one of the most empowering things you can experience in such a short time. Another key part of this transformation is confidence. Confidence doesn't come from losing 20 pounds, it comes from keeping promises you make to yourself. When you say you'll follow the plan and then you actually follow it, you become proud of yourself. And when you're proud, you naturally want to continue doing things that support your progress. This is why so many people feel unstoppable after just a week of consistent habits. It's not only about weight loss, it's about the emotional shift of proving to yourself that you can be disciplined, focused, and determined when you choose to be. And there's something else that happens during these 7 days. You realize that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need a flawless diet. You don't need a complicated workout. You don't need expensive supplements. You just need consistency. Consistency creates change, and change creates motivation. Motivation doesn't create consistency. This is why starting small works so well. When you do something easy every day, your brain adapts and starts seeing it as a normal part of your routine, instead of something forced or difficult. Eventually, these small habits become part of your lifestyle without you even realizing it. Another powerful mindset change is that you stop comparing yourself to others. When you're focused on your 7-day commitment, you stop looking at other people's bodies, other people's diets, other people's routines. You become centered on your own progress, your own wins, and your own goals. This personal focus is liberating. It helps you avoid the stress and pressure of trying to be perfect or trying to achieve impossible standards. You start celebrating small results instead of waiting for big ones. You appreciate the journey instead of obsessing over the destination. And perhaps the most important shift you feel in these 7 days is the return of hope. For many people, losing weight feels like a long, exhausting struggle. But when you complete 7 days successfully, you suddenly feel hopeful again. You feel like your efforts matter. You feel like your body is capable of changing. You feel like the version of yourself that you want to become is actually possible. This hope becomes emotional fuel. It keeps you moving even when you're tired. It keeps you focused even when you're tempted. It keeps you grounded even when life becomes busy. If you'd like, I can now expand all 4 keynotes into a combined long-form script or blend them into a YouTube narration.